Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh. Got a lot of money and the kid got messed up. Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh. You really just a stupid old bear. Goodbye, Christopher Robin. It's a new film directed by Simon Curtis. It stars Domhnall Gleeson, Margot Robbie, and Kelly MacDonald. The film centers around A.A. Milne, who just fought in World War I. He's suffering from writer's block and PTSD. He feels like he needs to write something fresh, something new, something anti-war. So he takes his family and moves to the country so he can get inspired to write something new. And there he connects with his son, Christopher Robin. With the help of his son's imagination, helps fight off PTSD a bit, and he gets inspired to write one of the most known, loved characters ever written, known as Winnie the Pooh. This is a movie that, based off the first images I saw, was going to take a lot of chances, but then retracts itself and decides to play it safe for about 90% of the movie. This movie starts fantastically, transitioning Milne from different situations like the battlefield in World War I there to a ballroom party with his wife. And I thought, what a creative way to tackle PTSD. This is interesting. This is going to be pretty awesome to watch. Sadly, this movie doesn't really do much of that other than in the first frames of the flick. Other than that, it just plays it safe and doesn't tackle anything difficult. Sure, you get little spurts of the PTSD here and there. You don't get the visual imagery like they showed in the first frames, but they are there. But let's go back and retract and talk about the good stuff, like Domhnall Gleeson once again knocking it out of the park as A.A. Milne. This dude literally has layers on layers on layers. He wants to be fun and he wants to be expressive, but he just simply can't. He contains himself. He's a very sheltered person, puts a shield around himself and around his feelings. Most of the people around him understand that, so they just let him be. He only really just opens up quite a bit when Christopher Robin is around and whenever they have fun together, whenever they joke together. And that's where his inspiration for Winnie the Pooh comes from hanging out with Christopher Robin. Well, let me just say right now that I'm not a huge fan of child actors because for the most part, it's really difficult to bring out a strong performance from them. But for the part of young Christopher Robin, Will Tilston is the heart of this movie. This movie really comes together when Domhnall Gleeson and Will Tilston are together. Margot Robbie is predictably good. Her character is a tough cookie to crack because she is most notably a bitch. She's a bitch to the nanny. She's just known upper class, but Margot really tries to humanize her as much as she can, and then by the end of the movie you really come to understand that just because she is a bitch and she acts rich and snobbish, that doesn't mean she doesn't have a heart. Kelly MacDonald is incredibly compassionate as the nanny knew. When any of these actors are around the child, it just brings the best performance. It just brings the most entertaining aspect of this flick. Now, when creating such a famous character, there comes a following that goes behind it, and they thrust the kid to the forefront of fame just because, hey, that's Christopher Robin. You're Christopher Robin. The book is Christopher Robin, so you must be the Christopher Robin. This is when I mean the movie plays it safe. The movie really just doesn't dive deep into these kind of situations. They just touch on them. They just lightly tap on the tough choices. Every time it's about to get extremely difficult, the movie cuts away. The movie just flashes forward. It just tiptoes around bad situations. And that's a shame because it really takes away from the impact of what the characters learn and go through. When young Christopher Robin goes to boarding school and gets bullied, they just gloss over that. When he becomes a young adult and wants to fight in World War II, they gloss over that. The third act of this movie is just a lot of glossing over and just skipping through time until we just push forth to that forced happy ending where he just imagines the little boy and everything's okay. It's unfair for the real life story of these people because you really want to know what they went through. I really thought that they were going to take a chance judging by the first frames of this flick, but it really just plays it safe all the way through. Performances aside, all in all, like I said, this is a very boring movie, a disappointing movie, a safe movie. If you want to just see a sugar-coated version of the relationship between Milne, his young son Christopher Robin, his wife, and the nanny, and the inspiration to Winnie the Pooh, then by all means, but this could have been something extremely special. This could have been something that even compared to Finding Neverland. I know that that's what they were going for, but they did not succeed. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to give this movie 2.5 out of 5 stars. Well, once again, guys, thanks for watching. If you like what you see here, click like at the bottom. Go to our SoundCloud page for more extensive reviews. This is Ray from LiveWire, and once again, thanks for watching.